It being my first one, the Senior Bowl experience is unique for me just because I remember trying to get home from school every day so I could hurry up and watch the Senior Bowl practices on NFL Network and stuff. It feels like everything you've ever dreamed of, and you're actually walking and living your dreams every day. Wake up in the morning, kind of get my mind right for the day. You go down to the lobby, you see all the guys and their wonderful faces in the morning. You guys walk over to the interviews, and that interview gap was from 8 to 11. You kind of know going into these interviews, we have gone into the schools, we've gotten background on these guys. Most importantly, you're trying to see if this guy is who the school says he is, whether that be good or bad. And then you can kind of get a feel sometimes too when guys have been trained a little bit media-wise to come in with the right answer, say the right things. Our interview process is cool because we have a list of questions that we want to ask and get answered. There's not necessarily a right or wrong answer to things, but you want to hear how guys explain different things. So some guys may have different thought processes to answers like, all right, do you love to win or do you hate to lose? That type of thing. I don't think there's necessarily a wrong or right answer. It's just all in the perspective of how that player explains that type of thing. And then after you finish the interviews, we went from interviews, walked back across, we all got lunch together.
How we doing today? Yeah. Everybody good?
Lunch is always a good time, and I've lived in Dallas now, so I haven't got to see those guys in a while. So it's good to have everybody together, and you really value these moments where we get to hang out, be together, laugh together. All the things that made you fall in love with being a part of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, just being with this group every single chance you get and spend that quality time together is awesome. So then after lunch, we beam over to practice.
So fun fact, whenever I'm on the road, more times than not, whenever I go pick up a rental, I try to get the exact same car that I drive at home. Just because if I'm going to be in a place where I have no idea about the roads and stuff, it makes you feel more comfortable if you're driving the same kind of vehicle. It's my first time ever in Mobile. When I was a kid, I've always been in love with the draft and everything. So I used to write in notebooks and all these things about making my own mock draft since I was like 5 or 6. So it's kind of cool to actually finally be a part of it. Just doing this job, it never really truly feels like work because it's something I love to do every day, get you out of bed every morning. When you go to games, you're kind of trying to see how guys respond after bad drives or even how they respond to success to an extent after plays. What are they doing after the drive? Are they going over to their teammates? Are they going straight to the bench? Guys are going to lose at these type of events. You want to see how they handle losing. You want to see how they handle success after they do well in practice throughout the week. And then on top of that, now you get to see some of your guys go up against the best of the best. One-on-ones, just you versus this guy. A guy looks fast on tape, you want to feel his speed in person. Like, you can really feel it. Guys that are powerful, even like one-on-ones with offensive linemen, I'm big on. If I watch your feet, I should be able to hear your hands. One of the underestimated things that you never know you would have anxiety about when going on the road is it's never who you talk to or anything like that. The only thing I was nervous about on all my visits for the first time was where do I park? It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
All right, South Alabama, I see you, baby.
When you're at the practices, first thing you want to look for is the body type. Kind of get a feel for these guys, watching how they move, seeing if you can really feel a guy's speed in person, see their twitch in person. Can you hear their hands in person? All right, let's get it going. Show me something. Show me. Please, please. There's some pad spot. Even though you're not physically walked up on those guys because we weren't on the field, you're still getting a good feel for the body type, what they look like. He's a good-looking kid, too, when you see him in person. He's just so good at, like, his feet are so freaking good. When I looked at his lower half, like, his calves are popping. Good looking kid. He had more juice than I thought too.
Yeah, no,
He's physical. I like that. He moves a little bit herky-jerky, but the press stuff is really, really good. Like, that's his bread and butter. So seeing them go against guys who are also considered the best of the best in this class is a good way to kind of judge the competition level for them. See if they shrink when it comes to competition or see guys who elevate when it comes to competition. How guys not only handle failure, but how you handle success at the end of the day. Wow. Wow. Yeah, he cooked them. I seen that. I was writing that down. After that practice is over, kind of come back to the room, hotel. And I love country music, and that's kind of how I get relaxed at the end of the day. Just kind of something to get you out of your frame of mind that you're in, especially when you're at an event like this. It's good to just kick back and just kind of read over some of your football notes and stuff throughout the day, anything like that, to kind of just reflect on the day and just wind back down. There's so many guys you fall in love with throughout the process just for different reasons. Because you feel like you're leaving something on the table if you don't take a guy that you really liked. But there's a lot of talent in this class, a lot of guys that you really feel like will kind of fit our I am that man mantra that you feel confident about. So it's a lot of guys, man. A lot of guys.
When we're on the road throughout the fall, we are pretty much lone rangers. You're just waking up, driving to your school, you're on a school visit for hours. It's not really till the All-Star games that we're all back together as a group, and the camaraderie of it definitely helps with those long trips throughout the fall where you're gone from July until about Thanksgiving. You rarely see people from your own team just because we all have our own areas. So it's good to be back together. We've done, if they're a big school, 3 different exposures to these guys throughout the year. You've talked to their coaches, you've talked to trainers, you've talked to academic advisors, you've talked to strength coaches. We've gotten a whole profile built of these guys, but usually what we haven't done is talk to the player themselves. Once we're able to speak with that guy, it can maybe confirm what we thought about them, maybe change our opinion, but it's our time to talk to the player. But what I'm really looking for is, are they confident? Do they have edge? And do they want to be on our team? I want to picture this guy walking through our building, talking to our trainer, talking to our equipment guy. And if I can picture them in our locker room, if I feel like they're going to change the temperature of the room, we want more of those guys on our team. The first year doing a new area, you're kind of just feeling out which hotel do I like, what's the commute here from the airport, what other schools can I drive to from here, and then it turns into like the second or third time you visit, you know exactly where you're gonna grab coffee and get lunch and get dinner at. I do the west region of the country, so that goes from Utah, Montana, down to New Mexico, everything west of that. So Washington, California, Arizona, Oregon, Nevada, Idaho, mix in Hawaii in there. I went up to British Columbia this year because it was right above Seattle, went to Vancouver. We'll find anyone if they're out there. On the field, we want them to match the film we watched and hopefully exceed that, especially if you're from a smaller school. This is your time to say, I belong and I can match up with these guys.
Like dropping into coverage, he looks stiff, but he's a better athlete.
He's stiff, but yeah, he can move. He could start in Indy. He's super instinctive, competitive. He's just not like a freak. If you're from a school like in Oregon or USC in my area where you play those teams every week, I want you to go out here and prove it. And I want to see your competitiveness. Oh, he's had a really good week so far. It's good coverage. It's funny watching from up here. These guys are freak athletes for their size. Like, not any of them look fat from up here. Just like massive human beings. I love when guys play in these all-star games and they want to compete because that does translate to the next level. And you see it less and less these days, but if someone's out there and they're going 100 miles an hour and a special teams drill during the Senior Bowl practices, I'm sure they're going to do that in an NFL game too. He looks like he's going to test really well. He's huge. It's one of those where you can't really tell until you like walk up next to him.
You just watch him on TV, like, oh,
Because he's kind of lower cut, built in the lab.
So you might be the lab.
He built the lab. Once you get back to your hotel room at the end of the day, You got to input everything while it's still fresh in your brain, enter it into the system, and make sure it paints a picture of the player. You want to have the body type in there. You want to talk about how they looked in practice, their movement skills. If someone's back in the building and they're juggling pro and college duties, we're the ones that are relaying that information back to them. So it's right in front of them on that page, and they can say, all right, this is who this player is. This is what his character profile looks like. This is the grade they have on him. Really, everything we do is to collect information to give back to our bosses in order to give Jason the ability to pick the right player.